Hello there, folks, and welcome to yet another match today here on ZSR. We have a link to the pasta rando right about to start up for you. Oh, and we wait a moment while my computer stops buffering. Today we have Wolfman and Norinato to keep you all company and well educated about what is happening today.
Thank you, Lost.
Hello. I was muted. From
Now,
my
don't
previous restream.
It's okay, Nori. We are here just in time. We have what should be an exciting match here. Scaryolive versus Hitsuyan. Let's see how this goes.
Yep, the 49 seed versus the 16 seed, respectively.
So for those that are unfamiliar with what is going on, well, this first screen is not going to give you much of an indication because this is Link's house, this is Link's house's front yard. This is a divergence. We'll see what makes this cross keys very soon. But first, a nice fake flipper by Hitsuyan, as we have a triple tier 1. Well, I'm not gonna argue with rupees this early.
At least they're not single rupees this time.
True. Oh, there's a good find. And that's also a good find. We have money to make. And we also have some bombs to find. This is where the Crossworld Entrance Shuffler comes in. Oh my gosh, we need bombs? Well, there you go. Hyrule Castle has Graveyard Ledge. Graveyard Ledge has bombs. Perfect equation.
And we find a map to Turtle Rock, so eventually they'll be able to see whether it's a pendant or a crystal. And again, for Crossworld Keysanity, what matters is getting 7 crystals.
Yeah, we do not need to complete Ganon's Tower unless we get very unlucky and the Pyramid of Power is where Ganon is located.
Or if there is an item in there that's required to complete the game, because that can happen.
Yeah, the last thing we need is an AGA 1, AGA 2, PED, triple combo required seed here. Or maybe the folks at home really want that, I don't know.
Oh yeah, chat usually wants that, so I'm sure they're rooting for it.
Well, at the very least, we're getting a lot of... Oh, we could have just stopped there for bombs, good to know. At least we're getting a lot of useful holes out of the way.
Bombs for days.
Even more. And it's 3 of a kind. Whereas Hitsuyan is taking the, normally it's not a bad idea going to the 50-50 bombs, but...
Oh, and Flute Sanctuary.
Flute's very nice.
Oh, and Hype Cave. We'll see if it's hype or not so hype today.
This early? Potentially hype, as we have the Fairy Transfer Cave, there's Bombos, and a sword!
That's a nice find. And if Ice Palace is required, Bombos may come in handy as well.
So far, a number of decent entrances, and having that flute early is going to help a good deal. But, ooh, well, as much as we may want those 300 rupees, they are not required for our purposes.
And let's see what the Cuckoo Hut has to hold.
And the library, Desert Right.
Oh, small key to Skull Woods, not so useful.
Now, Desert happens to be our second connector, even though it's also a dungeon. The first connector that we found, the Fairy Cave, just took us, well, somewhere kind of pointless. And Ooh, okay. Lost Woods hideout. Item pointless.
Yes.
We're running out of holes here. Ooh, and blue cane on the torch. That's not gonna help.
Nope.
Hitsuyan takes an intentional death, while Scaryolive
Oh, finds
finds
the
the
back of desert. That's a nice find if desert is indeed a crystal. And sorry for cutting you off.
That's fine, that's fine. That was an important thing.
I'll let you rest your voice if I cut you
No,
off.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you for taking care of things yesterday. And
And Hitsuyan gets his flute as well. We'll see when they actually activate it.
alright, that hole is the Mad Batter hole. Which means there are only 2 holes left. Ganon and Pointless Fairy. Now, I do not know which side has audio. I do know we have Turtle Rock right chest at Snitch House.
Chat is currently enjoying Olive's audio, but I can switch that at any point if needed.
No need to swap yet, it's just a matter of knowing when we need to. Oh! Scaryolive ignoring the storyteller, not necessarily the best idea.
Well, it could be another garbage hint, so
Hitsuyan has found Pod at
interesting.
Sick Kid House. And a Dark World connector. Hold on, folks. We are about to pick up a key and celebrate with music. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, the goose is loose! Now, during that excitement, I admit, I did miss what the first chest in Pod was, as... Oh, okay, we do have access to that, and... Wow, freebie storyteller, bow in Spiral Cave. We need to find that. But I'm a little concerned because... I don't recall finding Ganon's hole, but I feel like the only other hole we haven't encountered, yeah, is the ferry back at Vanilla Sanctuary. Ooh. But do you recognize the cave that we're in right now, Noria? On
Yes,
Scaryolive's side?
paradox.
Quick
Yep.
refresh here
7
on the video. Apologies, guys. We're gonna try and get it less choppy for you. Sorry about that, but I needed to fix that real quick for you.
10 arrows, piece of heart, and paradox. And it looks like Hitsuyan has also found Paradox Cave.
And during my refresh, I had missed
Ooh,
some
the
of the
key
top.
to Ice Palace. Ooh, Moon Pearl.
Okay, then I am
300
refreshed.
20 rupees. And compass to Tower of Hera. So some nice finds in Paradox Cave.
Nora, you may need to refresh a little now.
Refreshing.
And, ooh,
You guys don't need to constantly refresh, it's just resyncing on my side. Refreshing constantly on your viewer page will cause less sync, not more.
I was only suggesting the one, but thank you. And, well, there's the other Paradox entrance. So yeah, We have easy access to Dark World through Kakariko to Village of Outcasts today. We'll take that. So considering we have all these entrances, Nori, where would your first destination be?
I know they haven't really gotten a lot of keys yet, so I'm not sure. And there's still plenty to explore in Kakariko Village. Or at least down south. Oh, that's an interesting connector. Race game to Death Mountain.
That gives us access to 3 more checks. And yeah, regarding keys, if I've counted correctly, so far we found 1 small key to Skullwoods, 2 small keys to Ganon's Tower, and 1 big key of Ice Palace.
Yes.
Hitsuyan is thinking about navigating the cave here. Can't tell which one, though. Looks like Hitsuyan chose to retreat. Though according to HXC Jetters, that was the back of the old man cave. And ooh, Spike Cave has the Skullwoods big key.
Yeah, we'll see if Skullwoods is a required dungeon.
Not so much for the big key, we just need the fire rod for that at this rate. But if that big chest of Skullwoods has something important, oh boy, that's knowledge for Hitsuyan. Scaryolive chose to pass up on that one.
I don't think he's a fan of hints.
What makes you say that?
Oh, didn't it? Well, or was it Hitsuyan that passed up on a hint? Someone passed up on a hint as well.
That was Scaryolive definitely passed on a hint.
And just a piece of heart in the dig game.
Alright, Stumpy. Will you be kind? Please say yes. Technically that's being kind. I mean, Bush Crab is kinder right now, providing bombs every time. So let's see what the bomb shop has today. I'll admit I wasn't predicting Aga Tower.
Nope. And not going to be a fun fight with only bombs as a weapon.
Oh, right, Scaryolive never went to Hype Cave yet, and thus, is missing sorely on a sword. We may be back there, we may not. We certainly don't need Aga 1 for the Lumberjack today. Ooh, Super Bunny. Passing up on it right now. Now, no Hitsuyan's side. We are going to find out if Ganon is here or in the pyramid. Ganon is here. Pyramid is Pointless Fairy, just the way we like it.
And Scaryolive's found a Gina, and we'll see if there's something good or something just trash. I'd call it more on the trash side, although it is nice to have more safeties when you're fairly low in the heart count.
Also, Desert Small Key was found at the treasure chest game by Hitsuyan. That means we have access to 2 more chests inside Desert. But this Dark World excursion is about to end here. The only place left here is the... I always forget what this one's called. Is this also a fortune teller in the Dark World normally?
It's either fortune teller or a shop. I think it might be a
Well-
shop, actually. Oh, go ahead.
Well, today it's the back of Super Bunny.
Mm-hmm. And this is the passage to Super Bunny where you don't actually get trapped one way. Oh, and just holding trash. However, that magic refill find is very nice.
And thank you, Amazing Ampharos, one of the primary developers of the entrance rando. There are only 3 fortune tellers in the entrance pool.
Okay, so I was right about it being a shop.
So at this point, we have Death Mountain available, Light World South Shore, Light World Shopping Mall Eastern, or Dark World Northwestern area. Looks like Hitsuyan is thinking of looting the 5. Oh, that is a horrible location for outside entrance to swamp, effectively.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to see... Oh, it was just 20 rupees in the first chest and pod. So,
Thank you.
yep.
And incoherent, the reason I say that's a bad location, if we require swamp, it's just... Who wants to get all the way up there? That requires a connector. And we don't know which connector it's going to be. Scaryolive farming for bombs right now. Not a bad idea. Okay, that's also a fair point. No one wants to have to head back there. And fortunately, we shouldn't have to worry about that. In the meantime, Hitsuyan is going up the mountain.
And finds
Ooh.
Mini Moldrum Cave.
That's a very nice find. 5 items here once we take out these pests.
And in the right side snitch house in Kakariko Village, Scaryolive just found the big chest of Turtle Rock.
Oh, I mismarked that on my own map. Thank you. Hello there, Kana Samaria. And the bug net.
Yep. Boots!
And the boots.
Now we can go fast.
That is a wonderful mini Moldorm package.
And Scaryolive finding Ice Rod Cave. I'm gonna get 10 sticks. Pointy ones, that is.
While Spike Cave was found on Hitsuyan's side, that is where the big key to Skull Woods is located today. And I think Hitsuyan has found Death Mountain Ascent exit cave there.
And that's a horrible location. Especially after finding the flute, it's not going to take you that much farther. Yep, and Scaryolive finding another fortune teller and passing up, getting another hint.
Well, we will see how this style works out. In the meantime, the old man compass of Skullwoods.
And not the best find.
Well, I do remember hearing something, and I don't remember how true this is. Theoretically, one should be able to find both map and compass of a dungeon before logically being able to complete it, or at least be told to go in and complete it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a good find. Left side desert on Spectacle Rock, but Scaryolive is about to be equipped with a sword.
And bombos.
And one of the East Death Mountain connectors will take us somewhere to Turtle Rock, probably the intended entrance. And oh, thank you, Incoherent. What I was thinking of is not true in Cross Keys. Okay. And one more connector for the road. To the Mire area. Where?
And Meyer is bombos. Oh, and potion shop.
Well, that's a little rude.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, with Bombos, we can, enter it and see what's there. And
If anything,
oh, I know Hitsuyan's leaving there, but is going to go back. We just need to see what is inside Misery Mire's entrance first. Now Scaryolive is going to pass up on another hint. As Hitsuyan is about to become an archer. At least assuming I haven't mixed up my hints between Spiral and Spiky Cave. There we go. And the one way back is nowhere important. Oh! The residents of the Haunted Wasteland area are not exactly friendly. And... ooh. Aw, Hitsuyan does not want an upgrade from Venus.
and Scaryolive finding Mini Moldorm Cave.
Now, hopefully Scaryolive goes back to the Mire area. Speaking of Mire...
Gets his Samaria. And Swagnet.
So, Dark World, Death Mountain, Ascent, Entrance, Exit Cave is Misery Mire. And Wizrobes are evil, no matter the game. Now, Scaryolive is in the correct cave to rescue the old man, but someone who certainly does not need rescuing, Hamsda. Thank you for your continued support to the Zelda Speedruns family. Meantime, Desert Palace, 2 items. Cape is 1. That will let us traverse through Bumper Cave. And a Master Sword is going to, well, really only give us 1 additional entrance. Same with the Cape, really.
Although if they do find the book, it will give them access to the tablets.
That too. And, oh, there's a rude location. Desert Front is back of Skull Woods.
Small key to pod. And 20 rupees in Skull Woods.
Alright, as usual, there's a freebie key. But in this case, because of how Hitsuyan entered, we're going to save that key effectively. All we need is a Death Warp. Wow, big key to Desert at Skull Woods, where you had to exit Desert Palace to get to Skull Woods to get that big key, but you can't head back. Times like this, where I'm going to borrow a phrase from LOZ Cards fan, the game knows.
Yep. And it looks like Scaryolive's going to try and make his way through Misery Mire as best he can.
I commend the bravery, but Wizropes can one-shot you at this stage. Now, Hitsuyan is going through both side of pod right now. Access to at least 2 extra checks, probably a few... Well, no, we need the hammer. Well, we also have a hint tile.
Oh. So far, not finding much of value in Misery Mire.
And, okay, the reason I used... It's just a saying, Jeff. Don't put too much into it. And, ooh, Pod had a small key there.
And the big key to Swamp Palace. Which may or may not be necessary, depending on what's in that big chest.
Yeah, both Skull Woods and Swamp Palace are the 2 dungeons where the big key is only for the big chest, since, well, you use the items to get to the boss, and it was seen as redundant to have a big key door at the end. Now, Hitsuyan spending a key right here. That is a key to Mire. If Hitsuyan, yep, that is a save scum strategy. Effectively, we're going to pretend that key was never spent. We will never need that Misery Mire small key, assuming we route correctly. Oh, Scaryolive managed to get the Sanctuary Heart from that Misery Mire chest.
But
was intending to Death Warp, but didn't work out like that.
Nope. And not much of value in Misery Mire, as far as he could go through Misery Mire with his limited equipment.
We get a small shield out of there, but oh, hello, I didn't see this connector. Or not connector, but cave. Waterfall of Wishing at Light World Hype Cave, thank you. Compass to Thieves Town and Hitsuyan. Let's see. Depending on hammering up knowledge, we can get between 3 to 5 chests right here. Well, technically only one within logic, but Hitsuyan does not give a lick about logic. This is a dark room. We need lantern. Or do we? Oh, 300 there. And the small key to swamp. And Scaryolive has found one bumper cave entrance. And I missed what the other cave was.
As did I.
Alright, Hitsuyan has to get this correctly. A missed bomb means death. Gets it correct. Ooh, Spectacle Rock Outlook. And Scaryolive is taking the plunge. Meantime, in the dark maze. Money!
Not much of it.
And wow, that was a completely pointless Spectacle Rock Outlook transition.
Yes. Oh, and Desert Ledge is useless today.
And I missed what Hitsuyan got, but according to chat, it was the Power Glove.
Oh, wow. Oh. Hoping Scaryolive finding the Smiths.
Not exactly close. I mean, it's close to our home, but not the Smith's home.
Nope.
Ooh, Lake Hylia Island with a small key on it. And I am in agreement with Incoherent. That glove that Hitsuyan picked up may have been the intended Titan's mitts. But we won't know that until we know where the lantern is located, or the other glove. And Hitsuyan is deciding to leave the Canaburna behind.
I don't blame him. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Still, we do have logical access to the Canaburna, so I am marking it as such on my own map. Meantime, Hookshot Cave has been found just outside of the Eastern Palace area. What will the fairies give us for bottles? Did that give us anything? Because that looked like a clear bottle to me. And okay, looks like according to chat, it was basically empty bottle for empty bottle. Oh, and Scaryolive did read the hint tile hint. Maybe Scaryolive has an averse reaction to the storytellers. Money farming cave available, but right now we don't need all that much.
It looks like
So help.
Hitsuyan's going to find his bloopy.
And Scaryolive is heading to Eastern, which today is another connector. So we are starting to run a little low on... Wait, Hitsuyan, are you seriously thinking about it? Hitsuyan is going for a hover. And decides no.
And noping out, yep. Oh, but Scaryolive finding the cape in Desert Palace. Oh, and Master Sword.
And now additional connectors for Hitsuyan. Oh, it's the other fairy location. Nothing big there though. And the cave that I had missed was the pointless ice cave, just it's a French vanilla entrance effectively, and oh no, Hitsuyan is out of magic. Unless magic can be found in the pots upstairs, we cannot go through this connector.
Oh, we found a little bit.
Well, there's a little.
And Scaryolive did pick up the cane of Berna off the torch in Desert Palace, probably for safety reasons, or possibly if he has to do Eastern Palace without a bow.
Alright, so Bumper Cave today takes us to Turtle Rock Laser Bridge entrance. Which admittedly not the greatest location, but if we get the magic mirror, that gives us 2 more caves. Now, will Hitsuyan go for this dark connector? No, doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah, it could be a number of different... I know Death Mountain Ascent is dark, Death Mountain Descent is dark, and I want to say there's one other. I wish I could remember which one, though. Oh yes, Back of Old Man Cave for a one-shot. So at this point, we are running low, definitely on Light World entrances. Hitsuyan heading over to one of the few that's available. Oh, nope, making a detour, and may not be happy with this detour in the end. There we go, back on track. Sanctuary Bonk Rocks is the next destination. So all we have to do, head in and... Oh my, apparently Hyrule Castle's buried underground today. This means 3 items are available here. Starting with a key to the castle tower. This will give us access to both chests in Aga Tower. That is, of course, if we can take out the enemies and find a lantern for logical access for the second. And yes, Chris Crash. It's, new strategies to stop Ganon are appreciated, but, well, yeah, you basically said it best. It's not gonna work. Map to Hera has been found. We haven't even seen Hera yet, to my knowledge.
I don't believe so.
Actually, going over my map of places, we haven't found a lot of dungeons yet. We found Hyrule Castle, we found
Pod.
A useless entrance to Turtle Rock right now,
Desert.
Misery Mire, and Aga Tower. Alright, that's the logical 3 in the front of Escape, but Hitsuyan wants that Dark Cross. We know the lantern won't be back here. This is another dark room. Well, series of dark rooms, technically. And Hitsuyan trying to make sure to locate... Small key to Ganon's tower. There we go. That's our Dark Cross item.
And Scaryolive taking a death warp after getting the heart container out of Zelda's cell.
Whereas Hitsuyan chose to save warp instead. And, oh, we cannot go to back of Escape just yet. So I think Hitsuyan is going to find out where those other 2 entrances to Hyrule Castle will take us.
And Scaryolive finding Uncle and getting a piece of heart.
Ice Imps is asking where the gloves were. Out of logic, pod, dark maze. Alright, left side, Hyrule Castle. Where will this take us? Hey, it takes us to 5. Well, in the Dark World, but we'll take it. And Scaryolive is following suit.
And Hitsuyan's going to see if Kiki's ripping him off. Or if there's a good entrance here in Pod. Oh, and he finds Thieves Town in Pod.
That's a good entrance.
Yes. Oh, and Flippers.
That's a good reward for a good entrance.
We'll just have to see if Swamp Palace is required.
Oh! Ice Palace in the
Palace.
Monkey Hut.
So 2 dungeons very close to each other.
we already saw the spiky hint. Hitsuyan picked that up, but... front half of Thieves Town is not really going to help us.
Other than possibly the flippers.
Okay, yeah, flippers will help, you're right. If we require Swamp Palace, they'll definitely help. Now, as much as I do try to at least put some semblance of logic into this, DH Stom is correct. Logic doesn't... Logic is just guidelines. We don't have to worry about the specific rules of parlay in order for us to be peaceful. We just do whatever the heck we want.
And Hitsuyan finding Ice Palace and deciding, no thank you.
And okay, we do not need Turtle Rock main entrance today.
Nope.
So that means we already have our one potentially necessary medallion in Bombos. Meantime, Pyramid Ledge for Hitsuyan, that looked like a small key.
Small key to pod. May or may not be important.
That's 4 found. Now, because Hitsuyan did a save scumming strategy, Hitsuyan at this point only needs 5 in order to get everything, assuming that we're not going to see a repeat of the Hammer Yump.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, that's where the Spectacle Rock item cave is, but Hitsuyan is saying no right now, probably going to go to Catfish first.
Oh, big chest in Ice Palace holding something of value. The hammer. Which is required.
Hitsuyan needs to get back there.
Yes. Yeah, both runners have items that the other runner needs.
With that hammer, we can potentially do some bomb jumping magic in order to get to Cold Stare. The question is, do we want to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, because Scaryolive doesn't have the, power gloves. Oh! Hitsuyan has gotten the perfect hint!
I missed it.
Ice Palace Big Chest has hammer. And he's
Oh, wow.
reading it.
Yes, just to make sure. I guess he's a little sorry he missed, or he noped out of Ice Palace.
And Scaryolive got a hint that Westside Swamp is not going to have anything important unless you really need that blue boomerang. So Hitsuyan, trying to remember the way through the connectors again, wants that hammer immediately.
And can you blame him?
Ah, also want some magic, makes sense. In the meantime, Scaryolive has now gone into Palace of Dark Thieves and has just gotten the flippers.
And a small key to Ice Palace where he just was.
Now Hitsuyan is going back through Hyrule Castle. Scaryolive temporarily turned into a baby. I'm not kidding, that is a baby Metroid. Alright. Hitsuyan back inside Monkey Ice Palace. And with that hammer, we have access to the 3 chests in the back of Escape. Is there anything good in here? Strike 1.
Oh, the mirror. And I believe that was a
Mirror
big key to
Yeah.
Turtle Rock.
Alright, we have almost everything we need here. We do know that the mirror may be necessary to get the small key on Lake Hylia Island. And with our runners equipped as they are, well, they can almost get it. At least Hitsuyan, once he gets the hammer, it'll certainly help. Scaryolive, though, needs the bow in order to get another small key. And right now, yeah, I do not know when Scaryolive is going to head back to Spiral Cave. Where was Spiral Cave? Unfortunately, I actually did not take that one down on my notes.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well.
Okay, but we have wonderful people helping in chat. It was the Mire Shed.
Or one of them.
Okay, chat, don't sell my commentary partner short. Please. Make fun of me all you want, but don't give Nori any trouble, okay?
C-shaped house only having 10 pointy sticks.
Didn't realize the architects chose to move down south a little. Alright, Scaryolive is the first to explore Northern Dark World. Still have a few more entrances available here. And Hitsuyan can soon head there without needing to worry about entrance logic. The hammer is theirs. Now, do remember, folks, it may be quote-unquote proper Dark World access, but Hitsuyan did sequence break to get that glove.
And today Bumper Ledge is holding a heart container.
With the bomb shop, ew, and oh, Thieves Town and Swamp Palace are our crystals.
Our 5-6 crystals.
Yep. And, of course, it was penned in ice. Why should I not be surprised that it was penned in ice? Green pendant ice at that. And there is Hera at the Dark Chapel. That's certainly an interesting way to get an item. I got a thing! Oomph! Oh. Crack on the pyramid is a cave with 2 chests. I think that's where Meyershed has moved to. This seed does not want to be merciful right now, but here's the thing. I was the one that rolled this one, so send the blame and hate to me today. I am willing to take one for the team. Chat, you are learning wonderfully. Now please channel that energy and follow our runners instead, because they are the ones having to go through this, Scaryolive and Hitsuyan. Don't forget about our 2 trekkers, HXC Jitters and Iboto2, and don't forget about my commentary partner, Norinato.
And please follow Wolfman2000 as well.
I'm not sure I deserve it at this rate.
Well, I don't stream, so it would be pointless.
Fair enough. Hitsuyan going up against Cold Stare. And, oh, wait a second. Jinxie, I'm not sure I read that right. Oh, gosh, the crack on the pyramid was actually was that a required Ganon's Tower on your end for that seed? Oh. My condolences regarding that seed, Jinxie. No one should have to deal with that.
And with his limited equipment, Hitsuyan gets the first crystal of the match at 58 minutes, pretty much. And it's the green pendant. We'll see if that holds anything, if he can actually find Sarashvara Hollow.
And in the meantime, Scaryolive is the first to check out the Hyrule Castle top entrances. Well, there's the, right entrance. We never needed it. But that is Eastern on the left entrance. Well, in the meantime, Hitsuyan is going to the Dark World shopping mall. And do remember, chat, this is Crossworld Keysanity. We need to find the big keys, which are not necessarily inside their dungeons.
And first chest in Eastern Palace, just holding 20 rupees.
Alright, entrances. Southern Sanctuary Bonkrux with a map.
A useless map.
Bomb entrance. Dark World Connector Cave.
Second chest in Eastern Palace holding a small key to Thieves' Town.
I mean, small key is nice and all,
Yes.
but we need that big key.
Well, it's better than getting another Meyer Ice Palace small key.
And Hitsuyan, I think, is inside the Death Mountain Descent entrance cave. Three chests in Eastern cleared so far. Hint.
Interesting. That should have almost been written in green.
And, oh, that's how we get our bumper ledge heart container today. And question from Chris Crash. No, King Zora has not been visited yet. And the hint about a boring house means there's nothing of importance in that house. You can just pretend it doesn't exist. So, go ahead.
Oh, and Hitsuyan getting his clue about the 5-6 crystals.
So regarding where we can explore right now, well, let's at least see what's inside the big key chest for Scaryolive first. More health. Alright. And, oh yeah, one more entrance over here. Let's see if it's good as Hitsuyan now enters Hera.
Nope, just the archery game.
So, I actually forgot to explain this at the beginning. So, what is Crossworld Keysanity? Well, Keysanity is your traditional take the keys, maps, and compasses, toss them all across the world, and not just keep them into their respective dungeons. The Crossworld Entrance Shuffler is basically all the entrances are shuffled with only like 3 or 4 vanilla entrances intact. And if you enter a cave that can take you to another world, it may literally, or take you to another place in the world, it may literally take you to another world instead. So Light World can connect to Dark in more than just the portals. Alright.
And it looks like we're going to see what the hobo holds.
I like calling this fellow the camper or the bird lover.
Ooh, big key too. Misery at Meyer, so...
Hey,
Man.
we may need to go in there. Don't slash the camper. And, incoherent. About that statement regarding entrances and exits matching up, there is an entrance shuffler algorithm where they can be decoupled. It's either madness or insanity. I don't remember the current nomenclature, but it does exist.
Oh, and Scaryolive finding Ganon's Tower.
Ganon's Tower at...
It was, I believe, the Ice Palace Light World entrance, which I believe is a ferry.
Yep, and also Hitsuyan just got the big key to Tower of Hera, if I saw right. Alright, 2 keys. 2 small keys to Ganon's Tower. We have many places we can go.
And we're going to see if Tile Room holds anything of value.
Wanting to save that magic and now going for the hugging strategy. Okay, incoherent. If you say that no one plays the Insanity Shuffle, I may just be tempted to go for a seed one of these days. And if you really want me to add in Keysanity to it, fine.
Ooh, and Tile Room holding Quake.
And based off of what we know regarding the Turtle Rock main entrance, that's not going to help.
Nope.
So let's go left side.
And Rip Bob. Finding another a small key to Castle Tower.
Hitsuyan with... Oh! Oh! Trinex has the Eastern Palace big key. Ouch!
That's rude. Oh, and hookshot in the Hera big chest.
That's double rude.
Well, now at least he can finish Hookshot Cave. And going to have an easier time going through Ganon's Tower than Scaryolive is at the present.
That is true.
Ooh, Ice Rod.
Well, that may
Scaryolive.
be required for Trinex.
And, yep, and a small key to Turtle Rock.
Which is our first of 4. And Moldorm goes down for Hitsuyan, just some money, but hey, we receive a crystal. Alright. Ice Imp, I did see your question, and I'm going to cover it now. What is Insanity? So, Insanity is another entrance shuffle algorithm. Basically, take the concept of Crossworld, but make it so that if you were to, say, enter the front of Kakariko Tavern, you learn that it's a boring house, and you leave, you may suddenly end up at Turtle Rock main entrance.
And Scaryolive finding another small key to Pod.
There's 5. Yes, Isim, but Insanity would... The entrances and exits have their own separate mappings. Consistent mappings, but separate. Alright, Scaryolive wants to sequence break across. And is successful.
Not finding much of value, though. However, he will be able to go farther within Ganon's Tower now. And looking a little bit frustrated. Another small key to Pod.
Well, that's all of them.
Small key to Misery Mire. Piece of Heart. Ooh, and a second bottle.
Now, we don't have the GT big key, so we will not see what's in that big chest. But then again, we may not need to. And Ice Imp, that's a difficult question to answer. Partially because there are many ways of making a randomizer difficult, so it's hard to say one way or the other. Alright, race game connector. I've seen this before, I forget where. Bob's chest in the meantime.
The shovel.
Shovel. And now, how well do you do Ice Armos when you don't have a bow?
Nope. It's...
Now, I want to say the vanilla game does some sort of strange sword calculation where the Master Sword does less damage. But apparently this may also exist in the randomizer as well, if I'm understanding chat correctly.
And this is a slow and somewhat painful fight.
Why couldn't we find Swamp Palace and get the boomerang instead? Alright, Ice Armos rewards. Pointless? Not pointless. GT required. And now is apparently the appropriate time to see the original con man of Hyrule, King Zora.
Oh, Zora Ledge holding the lamp.
Oh!
But he does have the flippers, so it is accessible.
It is accessible, yes, but that's just a rude location.
Oh, I've seen ruder locations.
Well, there's some of our logic restored.
Oh. But the 10 sticks is even ruder.
Well, Scaryolive certainly wants that lantern.
And can you blame him? It is his first fire source as well.
Yeah, that and, Misery Mire is never a fun time without, the lamp. Alright, Bomb Shop, Bonk Rocks, Checkerboard, Bottle, no thank you. Well, I'm marking it on my end. Hitsuyan, meanwhile, is going to see at least the first chest of Aga Tower. Don't know how comfortable... Oh. Desert is a pendant. And looks like Hitsuyan is attempting to go for the second chest the hard way. While Scaryolive is...
Oh, with that fire source, the lamp, he is able to actually complete Desert Palace.
I mean, it's for a pendant, but... who knows? Maybe Landmos have something.
And it's quite possible there might be something on Ped of value.
That is true, but... we don't have enough knowledge yet.
But they don't... yeah, we don't know and they don't know.
We only know of 2 of the pendant locations. The only dungeons where we're missing knowledge is Eastern, Pod, and Misery Mire. Alright, we are going to see Somaria strategies? I don't see this often. Not against Landmos, anyway. But it's working out, so can't argue with results.
And Landmo's only holding 10 pointy sticks.
Now, did we see the... yeah, we did see the big chest in Desert, right?
Yes.
Thank
It was
you.
nothing, as far as I remember.
And oh, Scaryolive accidentally triggered the guards. Gotta be careful when you talk to these NPCs here. Alright.
Big
Time for
chest
our
and
first prop. Go ahead.
oh, it's big chest and Turtle Rock just holding $100.
But more importantly, we have access to Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Scaryolive is hoping for backside first to pay off. We have access to 5 more chests this way, so not a bad idea. However, it will involve spending a key. Okay, Hitsuyan in Hookshot Cave, map to swamp, some more ammunition, and a heart container.
And Scaryolive going to make his way to Laser Bridge.
Alright, we do have invulnerability items, so these are in logic.
Oh, the book on Laser Bridge.
And the actual entrance.
Back to desert.
Womp, womp.
However, he will now be able to see where the actual front entrance of desert leads to.
It is still an ugly one, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Hitsuyan getting his lamp after being debated by King Zora.
Alright, was this journey worth it? To get the book and come out here?
Not really.
Oh, look at Hitsuyan! We are about to see a GT visit here. And in the meantime, Scaryolive is now in pod, but I don't... Oh. Are we going to see some, bottle adventure?
Yeah, he did just buy a potion.
Okay, I am horrible at explaining this trick. Nori, would you like to take it?
I don't think I've actually done it myself, but basically it has to do with what's called a bottle glitch, where I know it has something to do with camera movement, so that if you do use a bottle while you're facing left, you can trick the camera into thinking that you've actually defeated the mimics.
Like that.
Yeah.
No,
Not the
that's a
best
fair...
explanation, but somewhat understandable.
It's a fair explanation.
And just getting another key to pod after doing all of that. Small key. And the big key to swamp. We'll have to see if the big chest in swamp actually leads to anything.
Now, I need to see the pause screen. Does Scaryolive have the big key to pod? Actually, wait, it came through Ganon's tower, so, yeah, they should. Which means we should see the big chest, but not King Helmasaur. That is hard bow-locked. At least if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes.
I mean, I was remembering that part. I was just trying to remember where the big key to pod was.
And getting a small key. Scaryolive getting a small key to Misery Mire. And the first shield.
Yeah, our runners have already found 2 of the 3 small keys for Misery Mire, but if you know how to route the place, you don't need a single one. Now that I think about it, I don't think anyone has used the shovel yet. Oh, Scaryolive did not get a successful hammer yump. He's going to try again. And yep, there's the big Ketapod, guarded by the Ice Armos. Pause up, pause up, pause up. Wait, this isn't Wind Waker HD, never mind.
Oh, failing it twice. Ouch.
Maybe I should not have made the comparison to Wind Waker HD. Sorry, Linkus. Now, interesting thing about the room to the right of Tile Room. Technically, it requires the Fire Rod. It can be done with just the lantern, but that involves damage boosts and, some other shenanigans that I don't fully recall, so it's technically not in logic.
And big chest and pod only holding a piece of heart. So kind of almost not worth the jump. Oh, but that was worth it.
Yeah, that's where
getting his first glove.
But the theory that may have been the second glove, if I've seen how everything is, that could very well have been the first.
Mhm.
And I think Hitsuyan wants to. No! Never mind. Bloody Wall Masters. Alright. It is time to dig.
Oh, and the small key to Swamp Palace in pod.
And armor. We'll certainly take a mail upgrade. And now Hitsuyan wants to finish off pod. We certainly know they're capable of it. And based off of the number of keys available, plus the prior routing, no, still wants to hammer yump anyway. Meantime, note Scaryolive. We are going to see what the Bombos tablet has.
And with the book, he'll actually be able to get the item if it is anything of value. And the mushroom.
Do you wanna do a fetch quest? Maybe do a potion dive? I know it could be anywhere. Pull out your hair. I'm sure it will be fine. Probably not. Joys of fetch quests.
And K45 holds. Sounded like just a fairy.
It was a fairy. Kwaski, I am limited in, that type of skill. You do not want. I'm sorry. Now, Scaryolive has equipped the, Varia Zero Suit. I mean, if you folks want me to try to sing something, I'll go for it, but I can't guarantee the rest of the stream.
Oh, and Scaryolive deciding to get that bottle in the pseudo checkerboard cave.
And now for King Helmasaur. Fortunately, with Blue Mail, we can take 2 hits safely, but the third one, that's it. Using the potion for safety, and it was probably a good idea. Oh, but that's where the other pendant was. So now that we know of our pendants, let's put some pieces together here. Scaryolive going to sequence break, so we have a mad better, use Canis Maria, use mushroom, there you go. And thus we get na 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 20. I did that a little soon, my apologies.
Oh, and Hitsuyan finding back of escape and about to get his mirror. And the big key to Turtle Rock.
Alright, well, now that we've done that sequence break, let's turn in the mushroom and make our way back to the potion shop, which is all the way back in the mire area. Hope you remember your connectors, folks! And now to resolve a mystery. We know Lake Hylia Island had a small key, but where? Well, there's the fourth. We dash across this ice to find the stuff we're looking for right now. These mushrooms don't make things easy, but we will go on eventually. Come on. It is a bit of a pain in order to have the gain. In order to get the knowledge. I goofed it. Thank you for cutting me off, Scary. Improv is not easy, folks. Let's just leave it at that. So at this point in time, yeah, Hitsuyan has learned that Laser Bridge did not exactly work out. Not in the traditional sense, anyway. So let's talk about remaining entrances for a second. Thanks to the magic mirror that both of our runners have, we can head back to Meyer's shed and see Desert West and Desert North. And seriously, we're both fairies bottleless? Sheesh. We have seen Top of the Castle, actually. Top of the Castle is Hyrule Castle, and Eastern. And Hitsuyan is about to learn of that right now. However, there is a location... Ouch! Why did that magic potion have to spawn there?
That was rude.
However, we're still missing a few more entrances. Thanks to the Dark World access we have, we can actually enter Left Side Race Game. And we have a number of entrances available. Oh, okay, that's... Right, I did mark that entrance. Never mind, we're good. We have a number of entrances on Death Mountain we can access right now. All we need to do is go back up Spectacle Rock, take the portal, mirror, there you go. You've got Ether Tablet, you've got Hera, you've got Top of Paradox, you've got Spiral Cave entrance, and you have the Fairy Cave connectors. So that is 6 pieces of knowledge we can gain just by going up Death Mountain alone. And I am wondering if our runners have perhaps forgotten about that. So at this point, let's at least go through what we know right now. So we do know all of the pendant locations. So that means our crystals, the remaining dungeons we have to take out are Eastern, Swamp, Skull, Thieves Town, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock. Regarding required items, Fire Rod, Thieves Town Big Key, and that's mainly it, unless we wish to have some sort of fake out. But yeah, Fire Rod, Eastern Palace Big Key, Thieves Town Big Key, those are the only required items that it could be on the pedestal if we need them. And based off of the dungeons we have access to, all pendants are within reach. So chat, I'm not going to open up an official betting thing, partially because I can't, but what do you folks think is on that pedestal?
You gotta remember that I'm still here, and I can open betting whenever y'all like.
I do thank you for that reminder, Lost. I'm concerned it may be a little too soon and we're not exactly in last item hunting mode yet. We are, however, hunting through Turtle Rock's front portion right now, where this annoying hopping Pokey has the key we need. Come on, release the goods. Thank you. And,
Oh, the fire rod in Turtle Rock.
oh, that is rude, but we're now also going to receive a ped check, so it's a little late for the betting process, folks, but let's see what it has anyway.
I'm
Survey
betting couch
says
cash.
10 arrows.
And shield upgrade in Turtle Rock in the chain chomp room.
How did Hitsuyan bounce off of that like that? You know, I don't think I want to know. Anyway, security wall entrance is... Ah, there we go. I was wondering when we would end up on top of Death Mountain Island.
And just
This
50
is
rupees.
good. We have more entrances available.
And Hookshot Cave being a fortune teller. And a joke.
Well, they're not all wonderful stories. We'll take
No.
what we can get.
Oh, sick kid.
All
cave
the
to
way
the
up
right
in the
of Hookshot.
mountains.
And just $50.
And the final Dark World entrance is the back half of Skull Woods. We need this. Alright, so... We're still missing 2 big keys to finish this, but again... It's a little soon for that. Oh, right. Big key to Eastern is on Trinex. I forgot about that hint. We know of that. So, Lost, I think it's time to open a bet. We are missing the big key to Thieves Town, and we have no clue where it is.
Okay.
Where is it?
Give me just a moment and I'll get that opened up for you guys.
Thank you.
And Scaryolive finally getting his hook shot from the big chest in Tower of Hair.
You said Thieves Town, right?
Thieves
Yes.
Town, yes. In the meantime, Hitsuyan is going after Mothula, while Scaryolive is dealing with Moldorm.
And Mothula holding a map to Misery Mire, but also a crystal.
And with that, everything inside of Skull Woods has been claimed except for the big chest. Which, remember, there was a hint for the big key to Skull Woods inside of Spike Cave. Which, today, was actually found already at Old Man's entrance. Alright, Hitsuyan is now going to the final tablet location, Ether Tablet. What do we have here? Nothing important.
And Tower Hair is just a shop.
Ah, but it's the special shop. And I just chose to put in a bet, but I put in one that I hope is so unlikely that I'm not causing any accidental influences on the game here. Alright. Mountain Cave Shop. And there's Sahasrara. Green pendant is the map of Thieves Town. Compass. Piece of heart. Big key! GT! Oh boy, we have rooftop access now. So, yeah, we can fully complete GT.
I'm going to bet something very rude.
Well, I mean, you would get the sub-reward if that happened, but technically Top Life beats you to it. In the meantime, Scaryolive now has the big key to Skull Woods. And so, the hunt is on. And, yes, Ravis, 2 chests are blocked in a Pyramid Fairy, actually. There's the map of Eastern Palace. And right side... Alright, torch side had nothing of importance, but we do need to check that big chest. In the meantime, Scaryolive is now going through the way that I was thinking our runners would go through to get up to Ether Tablet. And, oh, nice use of dashing and hook-shotting and just waiting, not needing invulnerability items to get through. And inside that big chest...
Womp womp, just a compass to Eastern Palace.
Rude. The only 4 chests left are the ones at the top. Scaryolive has now learned, okay, maybe Ice Palace is worth completing, though we now know it's not. We got our hammer from there, that's all we needed.
However, he did finally get his big key to Ganon's tower.
So, Ravis is curious about when Scaryolive will get their bow. Here's the thing. Scaryolive never got that hint. That hint came from a storyteller, and for whatever reason, Scaryolive doesn't like talking to storytellers. Hitsuyan now dealing with Meyer, now that they are more equipped to handle this. Scaryolive thinking the same thing.
However, without the fire rod, so it'll, if he checks any of the fire lock locations, it'll be just slightly more difficult. Or should I say annoying? Probably annoying is a better word.
And also, Polyganon, I don't know whether to applaud you or boo you for that.
Oh, and tempered sword in the sword upgrade in the big chest of Misery Mire.
Well, Tempered's going to be nice to have.
Yes. Especially if they don't find those silvers.
You're right, we haven't found those yet. And we are starting to run out of locations. But thanks to that knowledge, we at least know that all of the chests in Mire have been claimed, except for Vitreous's. Which means we have to deal with an eyesore of a boss. Great, now chat's got me doing it. Alright, I've washed the bad pun taste out of my mouth.
And Hitsuyan getting his tempered sword.
And, there you go, Hitsuyan. Can't forget about that pot. And... I mean, I know that one chest that Hitsuyan... There you go. Okay. It's possible that Hitsuyan was going this way just to... spawn up top. And thus... we have an unofficial race within the race here. Now, for the record, there's still the all-important big race, but we may see who takes out Vitreous first. And for the record, we never actually covered this. Regarding placements here, Scaryolive is seed number 49, having taken out HXC Jetters in the first round. Hitsuyan being seed number 16, this is the first round that they had to participate in. Regarding the mini race, right now Hitsuyan has the slight lead. But that lead may be bigger depending on the strategies used against Vitreous.
Yeah, because Hitsuyan has the bow, whereas Scaryolive is only going to have his sword. And the cave.
However, Scaryolive has more ammunition, but it doesn't matter. Scaryolive going for dash strats, Hitsuyan taking damage across the slime. And there we go, unleash the rage. All for the 4th bottle.
But also a crystal.
That is true. 4 crystals remain.
And by killing Vitreous, Scaryolive is going to get his first crystal.
I thought second, actually.
Was it second?
Didn't Scary take out Moldworm
Oh,
earlier?
that's right. That's our Moldorm.
But yeah, crystal count-wise, Hitsuyan has a huge advantage. And now heading back to Desert, most likely for the connector properties. Oh no, that's back at Desert. Wants to knock this place out too. Doesn't know. Oh.
Yeah, it was Scaryolive who completed Desert.
Yeah, I had misread my own map. I apologize for that. And, Mimic Cave. We haven't seen this yet.
Oh, and there's our Silvers. However, he doesn't have the bow yet.
Silver's in Mimic Cave at Spiral Edge, or Spiral Cave entrance. Alright. It is officially marked. We are low on entrances, but if I'm looking at my current map tracker correctly... Wait, yeah, we did see Bumper Cave. So... there are only 3 entrances we have logical access to right now. But in order to get there, we have to make our way back to Haunted Wasteland. And the best way to do that... Death Mountain, fall into Spectacle Rock exit point, and go through there. But in the meantime, Hitsuyan is blind pulling the pedestal. And immediately says no. And HXC Jetters, the Spiral Cave entrance has just been checked. I know that some of these entrances are quickly accessed and sometimes we miss them, but in this case we caught Scaryolive leaving Mimic Cave through Spiral Cave entrance. Don't worry, we're all human or Hylian or is it Hylian? Do you know, Nori?
I believe it's Hylian.
And I like where Scaryolive is heading. This is the connector to take us to the Haunted Wasteland. Not only can we see what the witch had involving the potion shop, but we have more entrances available. So we have 3 entrances concentrated right here, starting with Checkerboard Cave.
Just a fairy location.
Alright, so 1 down, 2 to go. Here's Spiral Cave. Not going through it yet. Again, I think Scary wants to go through the rest of these checks. And in the meantime, Hitsuyan is heading back to East Dark Death Mountain. and is soon going to pick up those silvers. So, regarding the desert entrances, small key to Turtle Rock. That's actually our second small key sighting. And so, that may actually prove useful. Alright, now we are going to see the back of desert in a few more seconds. And fair question, has the reservoir been drained yet? The answer is no. We need access to Mimic Ledge. We haven't found the connector for it yet. And if I recall the previous hints we've received, the vanilla entrance to Turtle Rock is only a normal house, or at least nothing else of importance. So we are running low on connectors we have access to without Titan's Mitts or another connector. But effectively, the only remaining place after this... Oh, what's this? Scaryolive is actually talking to a storyteller!
And getting a joke hint.
We are down to one actual entrance that we have logically available. Left side race game. I have not seen Did Hitsuyan literally just go there as I said that? I admit, I was focused on Scaryolive's side. And there we go! Blind's Hut on left side race game.
Oh, and Scaryolive finally getting his bow in Spiral Cave.
And, there's the game, folks! Big Key Thieves Town is Blind's Hut, right side chest.
As well as
and another small key to Turtle Rock for good measure.
And Scaryolive going back to Pod with that bow in hand. As well as silvers.
However, we've hit a separate conundrum. And yes, that was what the bet was for, but let's at least talk about the conundrum here. We've explored a lot of places. We know where the reservoir entrance is, Mimic Ledge. Where is Swamp Palace itself? We may not be in go mode yet.
I apologize, I missed it. Where was the key?
Blind's Hut, right side chest.
Okay, well, this is the closest thing we have to a winner.
Somewhere is the winner. Someone's been playing The Price is Right and betting $1. Yes, a rupee, but come on! Alright, so we are not in go mode yet, but we've certainly completed a big piece of the puzzle. And perhaps Thieves Town will take us to the next spot. The big thing we're missing right now is the knowledge of where the Swamp Palace Big Key is, or Swamp Palace entrance is, because I haven't seen that yet. And Hitsuyan is making a admittedly calculated decision to skip the chest at the top. I do want to say that Yeah, Hitsuyan can skip every other chest right now, just needs the entrances, with one possible exception. And so, we're not going to open up a bid for this loss because it's too soon to tell whether we need it. The Titan's Mitts does guard a few entrances and a few items. And so, if the Titan's Mitts are needed in order to access Swamp Palace, then Hitsuyan is potentially in trouble for skipping some things. Meantime, Scary is heading to the top of GT. And fair question from Ravis. We have not seen where the main entrance to Turtle Rock takes us yet. There may have been a hint for that, but if there was, I don't recall that one.
Oh, and Mirror Shield on blind.
And with that, that's a pyramid crystal. Scaryolive, meanwhile, is going through the gauntlet. And with the extra small key to Turtle Rock, Hitsuyan can make a mad dash for Trinex, get the Eastern Palace big key, finish that off, and then it's just a matter of where on earth is Swamp Palace? And the connector to it. And here's one of the things that I feel needs to be mentioned. On the map that I am using to track entrances, every entrance right now is red. We are missing something. So hopefully, once we take Trinex out, we'll receive a little bit more of the puzzle besides the Eastern Palace big key. By taking out Trinex right now, Hitsuyan is potentially leaving the front three chests behind. Though, again, it's going to depend on if Hitsuyan immediately heads back into Turtle Rock.
Oh, and Scaryolive forgetting that he does not have the fire rod.
I want to say it's logically possible to do this.
Well, it is, but you have to actually touch the lantern. You can't fire from across the way.
Ah, right, that part.
Yes.
Alright, crystal achieved for Hitsuyan. Alright, so... oh! That is extremely rude placement.
Oh, I missed where that was.
We got dropped off at Dark World Mimic Ledge for the front entrance of Turtle Rock. We just found the reservoir. Scaryolive is going through the rest of GT. We're gonna get some confirmation right here. And close the bet! Close the bet! It's already over! Dark World Spiral Cave entrance is the winner. Oh my gosh. We don't need the Titan's mitts at all. Wow, just what is this? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, just how that ended up working out. It's just unreal.
And Muldom's
And,
again is Hera just holding the small key to Hera.
yeah, we're not gonna need that at this point. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm just still... I knew we needed something, but I wasn't exactly expecting Turtle Rock entrance there, unless, again, I may have missed a hint or forgotten about it. But that's like the most convenient set of entrances ever for Swamp Palace Go mode. Oh, there was a hint and I did forget it? Oh. Now I feel a little sheepish. Which reminds me, who is excited for Wooloo in the upcoming Pokemon game? Well, at least we have one excited soul, thank you.
And I believe one of our regular checkers, Mama Sheep, was also excited. But given her name, I can see why.
I mean, I knew she would be, but at the same time, I don't see her in chat, so I don't know if I can count her right now.
No, I heard it verbally affirmed from her, so yes, I can.
Same. Argus with 300 rupees. And... wow.
Well.
And the fourth key to Turtle Rock was inside the Skullwoods big chest. Mystery solved. And so all we need to do is take out Eastern Palace and then,
Off to kill the big pig.
exactly. And with those silver arrows in hand... Apparently the Zelda Speedruns Casino is running rampant today. I refuse to bet on this because I technically have knowledge of the IRC channel, so I am not partaking in this one. Do remember your exclamation point bet command if you're gonna make a bet. Thank you. And... oh, HXC, I don't think you meant to bet that. Alright, what does the basement of Hera have for Scaryolive? The useless one.
Disappointment.
Alright, time for the Armos Knights.
Much easier with the bow and silvers.
Indeed.
And 3 bombs. However, more importantly, the 7th and final crystal.
Alright, anyone that had any final thoughts? Too late. All bets are locked in as Scaryolive has now entered Blind's hut and is soon about to receive the bad news. Had to come all the way over here in order to get the necessary big key to thieves. Oh, okay, it was the second to rightmost chest. Sorry, but close enough for, no one was betting that specific of a chest in Thieves' Town, or in Blind's Hut. Anyway, words of wisdom from Genin. Thinking outside the box. Admittedly, Ganon has a good point about that. And so, we have 4 phases of Ganon to deal with. And we're already on phase 3. And yes, we did find the silver arrows in a cave of mimicry. Torch glitch activated. Have to use the backup. Oh, okay. Ganon's translucent shadow can block torches. Or torch shots with fire rod. Good to know. But with that, Hitsuyan has taken out the big pig and just has to cross the Bridge of Destiny.
And with that, get your GGs in for Hitsuyan with an official SRL race time of 2:12:35.
With top life being just 2 seconds below the actual retail time. Can time be priced?
Well, most people get paid for their time when they work, so I believe it can.
Oh, there you go. And okay, that is, well, top life, to be fair, if that fire rod shot into Ganon hit, it honestly may have been 2:12:32 and you would have been over by a second. So, let's not complain about that right now. So in the meantime, we are waiting for Hitsuyan to join us in the booth, as Scaryolive is now going to, well, at least take out Blind in Thieves' Town. Don't know if we'll see what the remaining chests have. And with that, I believe we do have Hitsuyan in here in the commentary booth. GG.
GG.
GG's.
So what did you think of that seed?
Yeah.
I think the seed was really good at the end, but I feel still behind because I did every pendant and pulled pet, and you can dodge that, I guess.
Yeah, we were a little worried when you started skipping some chests when you were in Thieves Town that you might miss something that you still needed.
Yeah, I was sure I'm in go mode because the only entrances I have left where was all reachable without the mids, and I was really sure the end of Turtle Rock leads to the dam, because that was the only connector I had left, and you need more keys, I guess, for this. But I can kill the boss, so I reach the connector without the keys. I'm not sure is that in full logic or not, but I take that. Yeah, and that swamp is on left side of the dam was, I guess, lucky, but I only had 5 entrances left to check where swamp can be.
So, just to at least confirm some thoughts there, there were 2 other locations you could have gotten a small key to Turtle Rock. One was the big chest of Skull Woods, which you passed up that big key, in this case in mighty fine fashion. The other was the potion shop.
Okay, where was the mushroom?
The mushroom was... I am struggling to remember right now, but it was... Bombo's tablet. Right. I wanted to forget about that location. Thank you, Ravis.
Yeah, and after I found my small key to Turtle Rock and Thieves Town big key, I was sure I'm in go mode because I had the hint for the Eastern big key. Yeah, and only had to find Swamp after clearing TR and Thieves.
So the reason why I was concerned about you skipping items was if the Titan's mitts were found there, you were technically missing out on Hammerpeg Cave, Blacksmith's, and Purple Chest.
Oh yeah, you are right. The only thing I cannot check to get to Swamp was hammer packs then. But I was sure that the Smith and Purple Chest cannot have anything.
Well, in the end, Thieves Town did have half magic and red boomerangs, so you ended up not needing those. And we saw the hint that the red mail was in the big chest of Eastern Palace, which you also skipped.
Yeah, I skipped everything I don't need.
Yeah, you also wouldn't have been able to check the vanilla Ice Palace entrance.
Yeah, but we had a hint for Ice Palace
Okay, forget about that.
entrance. Before I skipped the chest in Thieves Town, I checked my map, but I forgot about the hammer packs, like you said. But all other things was checkable. The mirror spots in Maya area are left in my seat. And Graveyard, King's Tomb, also reachable with the mirror. That's all. NGT entrance, but that was not possible, that there's Swamp. So yes, I guess it was not so risky that I skipped things because Hammer Packs was only one entrance against 7 other entrances.
Indeed. So this worked out for you. And so now you get to relax for a week or so as we have to wait to see who your opponent is going to be. It's either going to be Crier 57, Gwei Label, or Top Life. Any thoughts on those 3?
Who free Top Life? Where are the other 2?
So Top Life is going to end up facing against Prior 57 or Gwei Label.
I don't want to play against Top Life.
I can kind of understand. 17th seed, you took away the bye, or actually not so much took away the bye as it was, 16th versus 17th. That's a bit, yeah, that's gonna be a good match. Don't get me wrong, but I get it.
Yeah, and in entrance, everyone can win, I guess. But I'm still feeling good against Top Life. I'm 5th, 16th seed, but I played a lot other qualifiers and had their better points, but they don't count because I had already my 4 races. So for me, I'm a seeded player 5.
But it worked out in the end. You move on.
Oh, and also, what do you think about finding the fire rod in Turtle Rock?
Yeah, that was not so good for me. I really feel behind the seed because I skipped that one. That was all-time reachable. Yeah, and because I pulled the pad and went back to potion shop before going into ice because I had no magic left. Found the hammer hint for ice. Yeah, the seed was really nice with the hints, I guess.
Well, are there any final thoughts regarding this seed or this tournament you would like to go over, Hitsuyan?
No, only big thanks to you for commentating, tracking, restreaming, Lost. Yeah, and thanks and to all other admins
And yeah,
to
don't
let
forget.
this happen here.
And don't forget to give both runners a follow, as well as my co-commentator Wolfman and our 2 trackers today who make our life so much easier as commentators.
Well, don't forget Lost the Pirate, who is
Oh,
keeping
and
this
also
thing running.
Lost for doing the restream.
Yeah,
And
this has been entertaining for me to sit and watch and listen to. You guys made it easy for me. I barely had to do any work. Just, throw open a few bets.
And I'm going to bring up the schedule.
Indeed, plenty of events coming up here amongst the Zelda Speedruns family of networks. Please follow twitch.tv/Zelda Speedruns, Zelda Speedruns 2, and Zelda Speedruns _3. I hope I said that right.
Yes, _3.
I'll ask the story about that another time, but
let's not.
Let's not.
That's fair. At 8 p.m. tonight on Zelda Speedruns, we will have Slim Kirby versus Mystic.
Just want to
Also at 8
point
p.m.
out that these are 3 more Link to the Past Cross Keys tournament matches. These aren't just, any random matches. We've got more Cross Keys. 3 more Cross Keys later on this evening.
Exactly. Thank you.
So if you haven't had enough, just wait a little bit and there will be more.
Yeah, on Zelda Speedruns, 8 p.m. Slim Kirby versus Mystic. All my times are Eastern, by the way.
Yeah, ZSR2. Yeah.
Zelda
I was skipping ahead to Megawatt versus Incoherent.
That was the next thing, actually. Yes.
And at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have on ZSR _3, we have Days Cloud versus SA GTG. And those will be the last matches of Sunday. Unless you're in UTC, Europe, or BST, then it will be on Monday.
Time zones are tricky for me at times, even with seeing 3 columns worth. But hopefully all of you have enjoyed this. We are going to wrap things up a little early and host Scaryolive as they attempt to finish things off. For everyone here, stop being a creeper, Scary. This is Wolfman2000 saying until next time, watch out for Moldorms and Wizrobes. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone, and thanks for joining us, and we hope to catch you later. Bye.